Just as a reminder, each and every 820 podcast episode is intended to relate to you the thing about urgency, the urgency of this present moment. Now, if you haven't been with me before, I tend to eschew that thing about comparison or competition or doing better or this over that. I'm trying to emphasize as much as I can, as clearly as I can, the value of this moment, this present moment, which is all we ever have, not to own, but to enjoy, to embrace, and to apply our best right now. Again, that question about what drives you is at the essence of every podcast episode and the book itself, Resilience, the Beauty of Presence. And in that, I want to keep reminding you to ask that question of yourself, what drives you? To get to that quote unquote, your own currency. And I'm asking you to spend that currency, to save it and apply it in everything you do, even everything you don't do, but at least to recognize and to appreciate and accept what drives you. If maybe what drives you is not of value to you, then maybe you should consider refreshing that perspective. And that's what I'm here to do. I really am here not to change your life, but to change your perspective on this present moment. Let's call this day, this episode, the day of you're dead. Not the day of the dead, DYOD, the day of you're dead. Just think about that as a service, because actually it is a service. It would be your service, your celebration ceremony before you actually die. Just think about that, or just observe that proposition I'm laying out for you today. A celebration ceremony before you actually die. And for the actual and final one, you have to make that one. That day that is inevitable, that we all have to get to and I guess show up dead for. But actually, this one, I'm asking you to celebrate the day of your dead right now. On this one, you actually have the option. You can have a great ceremony and a gathering with all the fixings. But you don't even have to show up for your own funeral and actually not show up for this day of your dead. Or to be respectful, you can show up fashionably late to your own quote unquote funeral. In this case, this day of your dead, in this case, showing up late to your own day of your dead celebration. You get to design, describe, prescribe the festival, inviting all those you would suspect to attend to your actual formal departure. You can specify what you want them to wear, what they should bring, and in the invitation, you can leave the option open on whether you will attend this gathering. Just think about this. I'm talking about producing this event called the Day of Your Dead. No, you're not dead, but you're arranging a celebration ceremony for this activity. Or you could say that you will attend, but you actually actively plan to arrive late at this quote unquote funeral. Intentionally as a practice run, maybe a practice run for the actual inevitable event. But in this case, and through this service, you get to celebrate your quote unquote passing and with those known friends and the other ones you didn't even know you had. So don't party like it's 1999, as Prince said. At your day of your dead, party like it's 2020 now. Now, I offer this public service announcement, an idea to you, still connected to my original proposition to you about resilience that we all have internally that not many of us have activated or have chosen to share. So please remember the Stoic statement and those 6 Tamba words and my emphasis on the present moment. The present moment as this is your best. And as this may also, this moment right now, may be your last. And this episode, entitled as DOYD, Day of Your Death, can also mean Day of Memento Mori. Hey, that might be a better title for this event service. The DOMM, the Day of Memento Mori. I didn't say doom like it's a tragedy or it's a bad thing. DOMM. Yeah, maybe I'll switch to that one instead of DOYD to DOMM. And that title, either one, DOYD or DOMM, let's consider that as presented to you by Dr. Tamba. And the standard greeting and parting words of each engagement at a DOMM. Go, ask no question, and die. That's the tagline to the DOMM, the Day of Memento Mori. I'll invite you all to my first one. I may or may not show up, but if I do attend, and those of you that know me, I will definitely arrive late. And before your DOMM, stay present, stay current. Tell your friends, yes, it's 8:20 now and at the DOMM. Oh, P.S. You can schedule this either DOYD or DOMM event more than once. Maybe you can make it an annual must-see event. Instead of the usual birthday thing, that can be any time. This can be any time. Or you can combine your DOMM, your Day of Memento Mori, to your birthday date. That should work. But scheduling your DOMM either every quarter or whenever you feel like doing it, maybe make it an annual must-see event instead of an actual manufactured, corporate marketed hallmark event already in place. Could make your funeral, quote unquote, a fun reel that people will want to look forward to and not dread. Heck, almost everybody celebrates Halloween and the Day of the Dead. Not sure if this idea is a stretch, my idea about DOMM, but I think it's more personal, more present, and current for you. And I'm telling you, it'll be definitely way more fun. All right. Stay in touch. Stay present. Stay current. Tell a friend or a foe, hey, plan on your DOMM, and also remember, it's always 8:20.